Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the brackets for the Casual Boots Tournament. We've got a great match for you tonight. Ganon's Gone Wild versus IBKarma, two very well-known runners. Been around quite a while, both quite accomplished. I'm Drossie here with the ever-present Blue Link. How's your second race of the evening going?
Well, we'll have to see when the race starts, but it could possibly be worse than some of the nonsense we had to deal with in that other race.
I think I'm glad I missed it.
All right, the runners are off. We should be getting to see what happens pretty soon.
Well, what happens in the first 5 minutes, I think, is pretty predictable up to, what items they find and escape. There's a mirror in the hash. Maybe there'll be an early mirror. Haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, every once in a while somebody decides to go right in Hyrule Castle to get to the back.
Yes, there's that little bit of variety. And sometimes we get something fun like a fire rod, and you can just, burninate the ball and chain guard. We are off. Okay, nice sub 2-hour guarantee.
Well, good to know.
Oh, I just realized that Karma's character name is Karma in hiragana. I was trying to figure it out. Okay, there is our map check that looked like regular pendants at Eastern and Desert and... regular crystals at Eastern and Desert and a non-green pendant at Hera. The seed's kind of dribbling money at us. Ooh, the guards are in a bomb pack.
Okay, good to get a couple of bombs before having to bonk the rocks outside of CAC.
Definitely. Maybe we'll even find some in a chest, who knows? Didn't you and I calm an Upsal bomb seed recently?
That sounds familiar.
Well, there's an early bottle, which is nice for routing in Sick Kid on the first CAC visit. We should also just note that GGW is really, really scary at Cas Boots. The season his team won League, he was completely dominating Cas Boots in the playoffs. Which is to say, you don't beat Dante and Gamachu by accident.
I guess they're pretty good runners too?
Yeah, you could say that. Karma, meanwhile, is coming off an Open League championship season. Ooh, early Quake. Someday I'd be curious to get what the odds are about medallions being necessary, subject to finding the medallion in Sphere 1.
That sounds like a fun project to waste some time on.
Yeah, I mean, someone's done like tens of thousands of Monte Carlo simulations.
And they haven't shared the results?
Well, you might have to go through by hand and, filter for seeds with medallions in Sphere 1, and then look at what the medallion requirements were. We are on our way to the back of Escape. No key yet, so it has to be in Dark Cross, so it'll be a bit before we see anything.
And of course, the ropes being in the same pack as the guards, so Ganon's gone wild getting some extra bombs there.
Oh yeah, he really loaded up. Got the nice 4-drop. Karma must be aware of it, but he hasn't tried to kill any ropes for the drop. Or rather, hasn't tried to kill ropes while not dashing, because if you kill an enemy while dashing, it will not drop the prize.
Yes, I remember my incredulity when you told me that for the first time recently. The youngest I remember being when I played this game was 4 years old, and I did not know that until, like, what, last week or whatever.
Well, you don't really think about it because you're too busy dashing.
Yeah, that is true.
And we also found 130 rupees in treasure chests so far. So is this like oops all rupees?
Oh,
Well,
early Moon Pearl.
very early. Is this going to be one of those seeds where we find Dark World Access and CAC?
You know, it's been a while since I've seen one of those.
Well, it's
The bush crab running away from Ganon's Gone Wild there.
At least Armalex isn't racing. I know you calmed his race earlier, but he says that 7 of the 8 seeds he has had so far in this tournament have been Aga seeds.
Yep. Including an Agaped seed for game 1 in the brackets, I think.
This really is oops all rupees. We're almost at Zora money. So what do you think? Stackerico or not so Stackerico?
I'm gonna say Stackerico.
What's the opposite anyway? Lacarico?
Ooh, that's good. Okay, we got Zora money.
Well, the bottle vendor may take it.
Yeah, maybe he'll give it back.
There's that possibility. Now we just need him to give us half back, and we'll still have Zora money. Or we could get a lamp.
Just what everyone wants to see, I'm sure. Ooh, powder.
But no hammer to actually get to Magic Bat. Those are some expensive bombs.
Yeah, I doubt they work any better. Oh, nice flute. Very nice flute.
Yeah, that'll help getting around the map. I just have to slightly double back to activate it. So, logically, that just opens up one check on Death Mountain. And Sick Kid just emptying his piggy bank for us. Well, that was just insulting.
Well, Karma about to no longer have 21 squared rupees. Ooh, 100 more.
Okay, now we're back to Zora money range. That's good, because I think even with it out of logic, since you can do a water walk, you might as well just route it in. And especially with the flute, we can just flute to 8 when the time comes. And with that early flute, there's also no incentive to rush Aegina after the dam. You're going to Mini Moldorm after this, and when you want to do Aegina, you just flute to 6.
For sure.
GGW passing up health at this point. We're up to 6 hearts already.
Even using his sword beams there.
Ooh!
Hookshot.
Well, with the flute, that now opens up a chunk of Death Mountain.
Oh, absolutely. I think I know where we're going. Maybe not right now, but soon.
Yeah, I think you probably flute to 8 and just get your Ice Rod Cave and Fake Flippering out of the way and then go to the mountain. Yeah. But it would surprise me if GGW's next play after this isn't the mountain. Same for Karma.
Ooh, half magic.
I was thinking, GGW turned down those decanters in Mini Moldorm Cave and it paid off. Karma, it is faster to flute to 8 than to run over there. Oh well.
Especially if you do that.
Now, I'm guessing we're not going to see Hobo right now. Okay, I guessed wrong. Yeah, a lot of runners will skip it here just to preserve their water walk. Especially when it's out of logic. And, well, Karma could make up some time if he skips it and never goes back. Though it looks like he's planning to fake Flipper to Hobo and then water walk from Hobo. No? Is he storing the water walk for Zoral Edge?
Okay, bombs and bombs.
Just a heart container on the ledge.
Ooh, nice.
How much you want to bet Buttersword sitting on the mountain and we'll have it within 2 minutes?
That'd be pretty cool.
Feels like one of those seeds.
No? GGW going to 6 first. Oh, there's the actual flippers.
Ooh. So they're behind either the boot or the book, something beginning BOO, or Mitts and Mirror.
Bombos.
That's 2 Sphere 1 medallions. Okay, old man just giving us a little bit of love today.
Another 300 up on Spec Rock. But was that the mirror?
What was... It was something blue and oddly shaped. Could be the mirror.
I mean, if it wasn't blue, I would have said it looked like a big key.
Yep. So, do you check Pendant Hera?
I'd peek inside, I guess.
Yeah, maybe see if there's something like in the basement cage. Oh, GGW skipping Spec Rock altogether.
I doubt he'll miss that for long unless he finds something here that sends him far away. Like Dark World Access, maybe?
Yeah, because after this, what do we really have? Saha Eastern? So I assume the basement was junk and Karma just checked it so quickly I didn't even notice. Well, there's a glove.
It was just 20 rupees in the cage.
Oh, okay, so that's one item out of the way.
Oh, a lamp.
Can we get Hammer to show up? See, now Karma... I don't know if I really agree with this, except that you do kind of wonder what was the mirror doing there.
Yeah. Logic can be funny like that. It can give you gigantic billboards telling you what to do, or just be joking half the time.
But see, if the second item is in Hera Basement, we need to get that lamp first before we can actually get the item. And what do you know? It's in Hera Basement.
Oh, GGW is saving and quitting off the mountain. Or probably just gonna go climb again.
Yeah. Easier than walking out of Spiral Cave. So now with him really just down to either doing Aga Tower or else Saha Eastern. I wonder if he will do Hera Basement. I know when GGW's down to a relatively small number of checks, he likes to be thorough. If he has a lot of checks, he will skip things like crazy, but if he's down to a small number, he'll be thorough. Look at that swag bomb jump.
That doesn't make any physical sense when you think about it.
No, Newton's third law is not too happy about that.
Well, GGW continuing. I think he forgot to switch to hookshot there.
Yeah, that would help. I'm gonna guess Karma does not go back into Hera to get the last item because now it's kind of awkward. And that he'll
Yeah.
probably go to Saha.
Which could save him some time, or it could be really bad for him.
We'll find out soon enough. Well, at least he's gonna learn about flippers and bombos. And we are, in fact, a glove away from those flippers being available.
You're quite right.
I feel like if we can get a second glove, you might even do Meyer area before you do the rest of Dark World.
Yeah, you can peek the medallion requirement as well. Well, like you said, GGW is going for Hera Basement.
Because he's probably thinking, this doesn't feel like an Agaseed, and if it's not an Agaseed, then there are only about half a dozen checks left.
Oh, there's the mitts!
Well then!
Now, this still could be required.
There could be the hammer here for all we know. There could be a number of useful things. Fire rod.
Oh my goodness, you called it!
No!
No way!
Well, it was a nice competitive 22 minutes.
Wow, that is disastrous for Karma.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 5-6 in Ice and Skull Woods. Meyer is the green pendant. And Pod is our other pendant, because pendant Pod.
Oh, the other single rupee.
Mushroom? I'm not really expecting much from fetch quests, though, at this point. Seed's given us a lot of items. We know we have flippers available.
Mm-hmm. Now, the bright side of missing the hammer is that there is a lot it locks, but unfortunately, there are things like Ice Palace you can go into and not be able to finish.
Well, and Karma's in Thieves, and he may be forced to orphan an item in the basement without the hammer. Because you don't go into beatable Crystal Thieves unless you're planning on beating it and, if necessary, orphaning the item in the big chest.
Well, 2 items in the front.
Yeah, so 50-50 that the small key is just locking itself, and then it's a matter of blind being technically out of logic. It'll be interesting to ask GGW in the interview about his decision to save Spec Rock Cave for after East Death Mountain.
Yeah, it really will, because he could very well have done the same thing Karma did if he got the lamp after doing Hera.
Yeah, my best guess is because the hook shot was Sphere 1, he wanted to follow it before just following the flute. GGW doing some calisthenics. That's our 3rd item out of Thieves, so it's looking like Karma might be okay. Only a 25% chance now that the last item is in the big chest. Okay,
Karma's bailed out.
Yep. Though we will also know that the item on blind is logically behind the hammer.
And if that's an important item, it could help him out. Nice fire rod in Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, that'll make it easy for GGW to just circle around and do Skull Woods now.
Well, just a vanilla heart container on blind there.
Yep, but Karma the first to get on the board with a crystal. And Bumper Ledge looks like the boots.
Yeah, the fake boots, of course.
GGW definitely is meticulous about scouting Bumper Ledge.
Well, both runners have found their way into Skull Woods around the same time.
Unfortunately, again, GGW doing the Dark World counterclockwise found the Fire Rod first. Karma isn't going to be able to beat it. I guess Karma's biggest hope is if we have, like, Mitz-locked bows, because that could keep GGW. Wow, he's going to kill me for confusing him with Gamma. That could keep GGW away from Saha's closet.
Yeah, it's going to be real tough for him to stay away from there long, I think, but with Pod being a pendant, that might give him a reason not to go there terribly soon. Oh, well, there's just a bow.
Well, I think GGW is going to get that, and that'll drag him to the Pod Eastern area, and that'll get him his flippers to, so that's desert, and, will he be potentially just Samaria from Go Mode at that point? That's disgusting.
Yep. I mean, you know, these races are never over till they're over, but we're not even half an hour in, and it's looking really karma right now.
Yeah, I mean, we are Samaria from No Mode. Well,
And this is going to be an item here on Mothula. Just 10 arrows to go with that bow in the front. Well, Karma's going to get his fire rod.
Yeah, and feel bad.
Oh, when I said there had to be an item on Moth, I was wrong. There was still the big chest.
Oh, right, we already had the big key.
Very nice kern jump from Karma.
But yes, in terms of jet seeds, I was looking this up. GGW has the distinction of getting a 53.47, which is like the second fastest time ever known in Kaz boots. And he lost that race because his opponent got a 51.20.
Oh, dare I ask who his opponent was?
Maniacal.
Oh, cool. Okay, Karma now going to the mire area and going to pick up his mitts. No, use the mitts to pick up the flippers.
He double-checked that, and I still didn't see what it was.
Yeah, neither did I. Chat saying it was Ether, so the prediction that the medallions we have are not the right... Well, wait, no, Mire's a pendant.
Right.
Wow, I'm really off my game today. Just wait. Turtle Rock's also going to be Ether, and I'll be right.
Well, the thing is, to open Turtle Rock, you need the hammer. You know, like key on torch and everything. Did you know that you can hookshot the torch key after bonking it, as well as if the small key is vanilla in Hera Basement Cage?
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird that an item that's one of the 216 can be picked up by hookshot, but yeah, the game just treats it as a key.
Fascinating. Wow, looks like, Wait, did we find one of the items in Desert?
I'm not sure. We didn't go to the big chest.
Okay, chat saying there were bombs right side. I don't know why I was thinking map and compass.
Okay, so Karma's hoping Lanmo has the second item and he doesn't need to go to the big chest.
GGW powdering the wrong skull there by accident. Oh, this is dangerous, but
Okay.
he's fine. He's fine.
I
Everything's
was
good.
gonna say down to 1 heart.
Perfect Lanmo fight. For a compass.
Yeah, this is not Karma's day today. He's playing fine, he's just gotten unlucky with what order he's done things in.
Or GGW gonna even up the crystal count at 2.
We now have Christmas bottles. Red and green.
Very, very, aesthetic.
It's how I like my chili in New Mexico.
Christmassy?
Yeah, they mix green chili sauce and red chili sauce there and call it Christmas.
Interesting. Karma is going to Dark Death Mountain, it looks like.
But he does have the mirror, so maybe he'll do Air Basement while he's up here.
It's hard to imagine with all this stuff left, but it is certainly possible.
Well, he knows the hammer isn't gonna be in Swamp past the first chest. I feel like you don't want to spec Eclipse Swamp without the hammer in this particular situation, because you're still looking for stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you could find Samaria, but that's not going to do you much good.
Well, we will find out shortly what the medallion for TR is. Oh, doesn't matter.
Okay. Was that 1 dig or 2?
I think 2.
And it is either.
Okay, well, so much for those odds about Sphere 1 medallions being more likely. Got a bloomerang.
Oh, Stumpy's got a book he would probably have a hard time reading.
Because he doesn't have hands to turn the pages?
Yeah.
So I imagine GGW does Bombos before going into Swamp.
Karma's mirroring, but is he going to take the
No!
Yes. Oh, no!
No, Karma!
I mean, this is completely sensible.
Yeah, no one likes to do Harrow Basement. I happen to know GGW's playstyle well enough to know that in that situation he was going to do it. But yeah, in most situations, I don't think most people are doing Harrow Basement.
But really, the comedic timing of that hammer popping up right when it did was certainly special.
And right after we thought Karma was doing so well to have found the mitts.
Well, Karma is in here to finish off Mothula.
Oh, get him his third crystal. That's the funny thing. We're gonna be tied up at the crystal count again. We are currently, and both runners will be getting their third shortly.
Now, where would this cane have to be for Karma to have a chance? I'm thinking, like, in Mire.
Even then, GGW might full clear things before Karma gets there. Though I guess, yeah, he might do Mire before Hera Basement, is what you're probably thinking along the lines of.
Yeah, I'm also just kind of thinking, like, where would GGW not go? Like, if he finds his mitts, he's going to clear everything except TR, basically. Alright, Karma fluting to 3. He can do Smith Chain. So, after Desert, GGW... Oh, it was one for either.
Wow, okay.
So, GGW just got his flippers. He can do Swamp. And then the only other completable dungeon, or crystal dungeon he has at that point is Eastern.
Yeah. So I'm going to guess he skips left side swamp.
That seems like a safe assumption.
Though he had a Kabuki Hondo race the other day where skipping left side swamp cost him the race because, well, Thieves' Big Key was on left side swamp and there was important stuff in the back of Thieves leading to other important stuff.
Okay, a what kind of race now?
Kabuki, casual boots 80 keys.
Okay, that sounds like a mouthful.
It's basically 80 keys, it just has the Kaz boots opening so you don't need to worry about escape.
Okay, fair enough.
I guess Smith Chain would be a good place for Karma to find Samaria because it's probably not going to be top of GGW's mind.
Yeah, that is a good point. Well, Karma's going to be missing that book for a little bit now, at least.
Not that there was anything on Bombos.
Oh, lovely, the net.
It's a feel-good item. Oh right, Karma can only use this portal.
Well, if that shovel has Samaria, that would be interesting as well.
Shovel was on the smiths directly. Oh,
And
what do you know?
the fabled sword in swamp.
Yes, because there always is. Oh, now this is interesting. GGW is doing left side, but he did compass chest. No, he's not just Samaria from Go mode because he still doesn't have mitts. So I'm
Yeah,
kind of
that's true.
surprised. Most people, if they're planning to do left side the first time through, put off compass chest until the way back from left side.
Is that faster?
I think so. Just because you can go directly to the top and don't have to first go to the bottom of the big room.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So something funny about that butter sword is we have found no mail or shield upgrades and no silvers. But we got all the swords.
Yeah, no shields. I know some anti-shield people who would be very happy with this seed.
Well, good thing none of them have the audacity to open their mouths right now in chat. But I'm fine. I got to see my mirror shield in the other race today.
And there's the big key, so you can go back and open the big chest.
Just the compass.
So the entire left side trip got us some bombs.
Great! I'm sure we definitely needed those. Now see, having a shield would have been able to block that spear.
Well, it gives you more times to try diver down if you don't set it up quite right.
The shield?
Like that.
Oh, the bombs, right.
Yes.
Oh, bottle number 3.
Now, just as a reminder, this is a best of 3, so at a minimum, they'll have a game 2 after this.
That was kind of funny. Karma dropped his portal in front of Swamp, but then went to deliver the mushroom. And now he's back to do the first check.
Well, he'll probably spec Eclipse since he's here anyway.
He could.
He's still looking for Samaria.
And
can't
this is
just-
completable now.
Right.
Logically.
It's just unfortunate. If he had Samaria, then he could go mode the rest of this, even without the hammer.
Well, Swamp is not the answer. But that's one more crystal for GGW.
I mean, it got us Butter Sword.
It did. Yeah, that'll be useful, I guess, against Cold Stare and Trinex. Alright, GGW heading to the pod area. Now, when he gets those mitts, do you think he just bails and goes to ice?
Well, I think he's going to check them on the way in. So he's going to do Eastern.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But, yeah, I think there's a decent chance after Eastern he'll skip pod.
Well, he's gonna open pot at least.
Makes sense. I mean, you're here. You've already grabbed Kiki. And then he's remembering, yeah, I should do the crystal dungeon first. It's possible that Samaria was here all along.
You know, if he fluted to ice after this, he could portal save, right? Just to save a little bit of time going through the maze again.
Except that he'd have to take a death after getting a full health refill coming out of ice. I guess that's not horrible, but
Yeah, good point.
I don't know if it's that much faster than just going through the maze. Because he is still on green mail, so it's not that bad to take a death.
Yeah, there is a freezor in the lobby of ice. This looks like ice for Karma. Or maybe not. Oh, he's gonna swim to the
He never did hobo.
pod area? Oh, weird. I thought he was the one who did, but I guess not. I'm confused.
Yeah, Okay, sure. One way or another, we're seeing hobo. The Arrow of Destiny, all that work to get over there for nothing. Was that a 50-50, or did we only have one item to that point?
I think we only saw the one.
Okay, so it was guaranteed an item.
Okay, I guess you could do this, but couldn't you have just mirrored on that little puddle and then just taken the ladder up?
Yeah, he got hit in the water, and I don't know, it spooked him. So it was a 50-50.
Weird. Oh, there must have been an item in the big chest, and I looked away.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking, like, GGW must feel ahead if he was being thorough enough to take that 50-50.
Yeah, that hammer in Harrow Basement. I'm not sure how far ahead would you actually feel if your opponent also would have had that little left at that point.
Yeah, because he didn't know about the mitts until pretty recently.
But it does. Oh, okay, well, there we go.
Logo mode in pod. I hope Leori is watching.
Doubtful. Because on SpeedGaming 3, starting in 3 minutes, we have
Right.
Hasten versus Vextiver.
Yeah.
And that is commentated by Kasten's League teammates, Radical Sniper and Leoria.
Ah, So she's getting ready for that. That's unfortunate. She missed Pendant Pod having go mode.
Well, one nice thing about this being a short race is we get to go watch that one right after.
Right, we will certainly raid you over there when this is done. Still got a bit of time, though. Have to go mode our way through ice, and then go mode our way through TR, which may not be very quick depending on the key layout. Since GGW is fully go moding here, he has to hit the switch because he is not planning to get the big key.
Oh yeah, more bombs there in the eastern big chest.
Yeah, what do we think? GGW enters GT at maybe 102, 103, again, depending on the exact key layout of TR.
I really don't have a good sense of time, but I'll just agree with you.
Well, the Cold Stare fight's gonna be pretty quick with the Butter Sword. Karma
Yeah,
not having
nice,
a good time
solid
with the IBKarma.
cold butter hits hard.
Yeah. There's a reason the vanilla game locks the Butter Sword behind Cold Stare.
Wow. That was just about perfect. I mean, you couldn't really do much better.
With a French vanilla blue mail.
Very nice.
I don't think he's gonna get the other. I don't see any reason he'd take the chests in Super Bunny Cave at this point.
Alright, time for one final mountain climb. And we're not even an hour into this seed.
And that's Karma's 5th crystal, but unfortunately, without the hammer, he's not getting any more. But he has a portal, so he'll probably get Samaria pretty soon, but then he'll be wasting time in Pod.
And when he does finally make his way up the mountain to get that hammer, he still has to go back down for ice, and then climb again.
Yeah, on the bright side, he only has to climb the left side of the mountain.
Yeah, that's true.
Guess we'll find out if there are any goodies in Pod like silvers. Maybe Cape Roberta.
Alright, Bowlock side just has some keys.
No, that means we actually need to check the vanilla big key just because it might not have a small key.
Oh, the other cane.
Double cane front of pod. Oh, so is... I was too busy watching Karma do pod. Have we gotten the big key yet here?
Yeah, Turtle Rock had the big and 2 smalls in the front.
Okay. So we can skip Lava Chest. Hey! Oh. You're happy!
More bombs. And I guess Karma counting items?
Yeah, I think so. But now he probably flooched to 6, as we've been discussing.
Indeed.
Okay, I guess it'll be more like 103, 104 when GGW makes it into GT. Not even a burp toss.
Yeah, you can't blame people at this point in the tournament.
No, I can't.
Another shield! Well, we're probably not going to get to see the mirror shield at this point. And Laser Bridge having a small key, so GGW's bailed out of the what, 3% chance, if I'm understanding it correctly?
Yeah, 2, 3. Someday I'd be interested to actually calculate it. It's tough just because of how the placement logic works.
GGW didn't even get the full magic refill. He does not need it.
Yeah, he's got the 0 cycle down. And hey, we'll let you use your channel points if you happen to have SpeedGaming 4 channel points and want to put some prestige on guessing the big key, or numbers in chat. We see plenty of those. Shoutouts to our tracker J-Lo, guessing Torch in chat. Thank you for keeping us honest with your tracking.
Alright, so, yeah, 104, like you said.
And it turns out that Pod is the... not Pod. Meyer is the only pendant dungeon we didn't need to enter this seed.
Very interesting.
Smoky on torch, Rip Bob.
So how often is it that Stolfa's room doesn't have a small key? Hey, there's the
Pretty
cape, so
rare.
now laser bridges in logic.
But I think we can almost guarantee a small key in tile room at this point. Wait, what's this about laser bridge and logic?
Oh, the cape. Turned up.
That's no longer required in advanced logic for non-entrance modes.
Oh, good to know. But the big keep did just turn up. That was
9?
number 8. It was the first check.
8.
In the...
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll give it to Wild BK, who was
Wild
finding
Big
a
Key?
wild big key. Yes.
BK, I keep wanting to think Bonky Kong. GTW playing games with that mimic.
And congratulations to GB9287, who was the only person who bet correctly and therefore won everyone's points.
Alright, gauntlet time. Karma just gonna go for spins here.
Yeah, I guess he's turning in the green pendant as his plan.
Very nice gauntlet. And 4 hearts, GGW is unperturbed. Just a piece of heart there on the green pendant.
So the people predicting that Karma might not have the hammer before GGW finishes look like they may be right. Wonder where the silvers were. Ganon will tell us, of course. For all we know, they were on Ped.
You know, that's entirely possible as well, but most likely Ganon was just hoarding them for himself.
Yeah. Or maybe Karma will turn them up in ice. Just in case.
Alright, had a good 2. Oh, only a single out of that. That was a nice setup. Oof.
Good. GGW having a rough time. This is not characteristic of him.
Okay, this should do it. Nicely done.
Karma, you don't need to bomb jump when you don't have the hammer.
You know, I pulled off the Ice Palace bomb jump for the very first time just the other day.
And not only that, you have the big key. You have the big key, so even if you find the hammer in here, you can just lay down a Samaria block to get to Cold Stare, and you still don't need the bomb jump.
He's down to 2 hearts.
But he's probably a bit tilted.
Well, meanwhile, GGW trivializing the first 2 phases of Ganon.
Wish I'd known as a kid how many hits it took to advance through the first 2 phases. I just kept slashing away and hoping it was enough.
Yep, that sounds like how kids would play the game. Yeah, they were in GT.
You were right.
Well, 12 spins.
Would be funny if they were upstairs, but we'll never know.
And that's 12.
So get your GGs in.
And GGW is going to finish with an official time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 14 seconds, taking game 1 and putting himself in good position for the next game.
And followed almost immediately by a forfeit from Karma. Unfortunately, we couldn't listen to Karma's really cool MSU. But, yeah, they're discussing in the race room, and GGW agreeing it was not a very pleasant location. But let's see if we can get them both in here. Let's see.
Looks like the invites are being funny. Drossi is working on that for us.
Huh. That's... It has... No, everything looks fine on the back end. I'll have to ask about that.
Well,
Oh.
we are joined by our winner, ganonsgonewild. GG's and congratulations.
Thanks, GG.
Did the invite go through in the end, or...?
I guess so. I don't know. I just didn't get an alert, or maybe I just didn't hear it or something.
Oh, okay. Because everything looked fine on the back end, so I was starting to get worried. Anyway, yeah, so... I guess the key thing, you guys were discussing it a bit in the race room, but what made you decide to do East Death Mountain before checking Spec Rock?
I mean, I just don't see the point in checking Spectacle Rock ever when you have a hook shot, because if you just get the mirror in East Death Mountain or even a hammer, then it just changes the efficiency of going West Death Mountain. I just don't understand why I would ever go West Death Mountain first in that situation. Doesn't really save that much time.
Makes sense. Obviously that, the race was pretty much over after you got the hammer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty unfortunate location. I mean, it's kind of dumb to have a race decided like that, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Were you feeling ahead after you got it?
I mean, you have to think there's like a 65% chance the game is just over, because if you, I guess I didn't even think about fire source. I just was thinking more people don't like to do Hera basement. They might just skip it because it's slow and it's a pendant or whatever. But
yeah, well, Karma didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
And what was crazy was that he actually got the mitts moments before you got the hammer, so we thought he was looking good for having just found his Dark World access.
Yeah, that was a very surprising find in Saha. This is a really weird seed. You had Aga access and hammer and mitts before Dark World. It's pretty weird.
Right. We didn't think either of you was going to rush Aga.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as it turned out, you kind of working your way counterclockwise around Dark World wound up being really efficient.
Yeah, I mean, it felt kind of bad to get the mitts super late and then just have all these random mitts checks all over the place, but yeah, other than that, it was pretty worked out.
Well, except you then got your go mode in the first check of pod a few minutes later.
Yeah, that was kind of okay.
But with the fire rod being in Graveyard Ledge and you hadn't yet been to the Skull Woods area, that wound up nice and efficient.
Yeah.
Not sure how much else there is to say about this seed. I guess Karma doesn't feel like joining us. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's kind of a unfortunate way to lose.
Yeah. Well, when he went and scouted Dark Death Mountain, we were hoping that he might check Hera Basement at that point, but
yeah,
he just flew it away. So, looks like you guys have your game 2 on the schedule for same time tomorrow?
Yep, same time, so that's the plan.
Cool. Well, anything else from you, Blue Link?
No, I think you've covered pretty much everything.
Any final thoughts, GGW?
Just thanks for the commentary and the restream.
Yeah, thanks for putting on a good race. And please do give the runners a follow, and I don't know if we'll be restreaming their game 2 tomorrow, but if not, do check out their own streams. And once again, thank you to our tracker, JLo, and thanks, Blue Link, for doing double duty this evening.
My pleasure.
And I think we'll just try to get you over to SpeedGaming 3 so you can catch as much of that Vextifer versus Kayston race as you can.
Well, thank you for joining us, everyone. We hope you had fun, and hope you can stick around for that aforementioned race.